Thanks for watching my video. My name's dkallevig, and I'm an entrepreneur who's been starting and running businesses for the past 20 years. I'm a big believer that the very best business plans are made obsolete the very second that they're written down. What does that mean? That means this video is my very best guess at what's going to be fun and what's most entertaining. But is it? Probably not. Everything you hear from here on out has to be improved on. It's going to be a lot of work, but if we're doing it right, that work is going to be a tremendous amount of fun. Now, let's go change the world. Here we go.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of athletic competition. This is ABC's Wide World of Sports.
That was the famous 1976 introduction to ABC's Wide World of Sports. It was designed to highlight the variety and diversity of sports coverage on the network. The message was no matter how trivial or obscure, this show would bring you the greatest, most entertaining sports stories in the world. And they did.
The 5 most watched episodes ever were an Evel Knievel stunt, Ali vs. Frazier, the Harlem Globetrotters, the Cheyenne Rodeo, and a special that included gymnastics and frisbee.
So what do they all have in common? They were all one-off spectacles that made for great TV.
Now here's a list of the top 5 sports in America today. Where are our spectacles like MMA and boxing?
What are the team sport leagues doing that make them so much more popular despite the fact that the spectacle of main events are much more exciting to watch? First, they are team-based with all the statistics and drama that comes along with that. Second, they are played in leagues with regular seasons that culminate in a championship. And finally, they are star-driven. By contrast, when Ali beat Frazier in January 1974, they didn't fight again until October 1975. This gave fans 21 months to completely forget about boxing before the sport actually did something that the fans wanted to watch again. Would a team sports league do this? No way! Even in the off-season, Americans cannot escape the constant drumbeat of NFL news, whether it be coaching changes, free agency, or the draft. It is finally time that combat sports learn something from the most successful leagues and start playing an exciting team game inside an organized league. So, what would a team combat sport look like? First, it must be fun to play and watch. Second, it's got to be easy to understand and inclusive of as many martial arts as possible. Third, it's got to showcase athletic skill and teamwork. And finally, the action needs to be easy to explain and can lead to compelling storylines.
So that's the vision, but how is this game actually going to be played? For now, we're going to follow this famous quote. The rules are important, but they're temporary and they're always supposed to change. Here's what we're going to start with.
Games are divided into 4 quarters and played on a rectangular mat. 2 teams have 5 athletes competing at the start of each quarter. Teams score points by striking an opponent on their target vest. When an opponent is struck, their vest light goes off and they must immediately leave the mat.
If an athlete steps out of bounds, it's the same as if they were struck. The other team gets a point, and that player must remain on the sideline for the rest of the quarter.
A quarter lasts for a set amount of time or when all the players on one team are eliminated.
And that's all the rules we need. Just strike down the other team more times than your team is struck. Listen.
Hollywood has known for a very long time that an organized martial arts fight is fun to watch. Studios have made billions of dollars showing this action. Isn't it time that real athletes get the opportunity to entertain the same way?
One 4-quarter game is great, but it won't last long enough to make it worth attending as a spectator, even if you are a member of one of the competing dojos. Here's how to make an event awesome.
Each event involves 3 teams playing a round robin. This means that there will be 3 5-on-5 games for fans to watch. Also, it will increase the fan base for each event that will come by 50%. During quarter breaks, invite fans to attempt to qualify for one of the end-of-night brawls. During qualifying, 2 athletes wear an impact vest and compete on top of a balance beam. The first athlete to either be struck or fall off the balance beam will lose. When an athlete wins 3 in a row, they qualify for the brawl. So what is a brawl? Brawls occur at the end of the night when all the qualifying athletes enter the mat at once and compete until they are eliminated by being struck on their impact vests or stepping out of bounds. The last athlete left wins. Prizes will be given and statistics will be kept. This could be very compelling video. I cannot think of another sport where you have the opportunity to watch exciting action, but then also go and play in the same evening. How will a league work? Right now there are over 44,000 martial arts schools in the United States. How can you organize this? The decentralized landscape of American martial arts schools look a lot like the European soccer clubs. Since the various soccer leagues in Europe are the most popular sports leagues in the world, Team Strike will use that as a starting template. Martial arts schools will operate their own teams. All the teams will be entered into regional leagues. When a team finishes at the top of a regional league, they then will qualify to play in a national or international leagues. If a team finishes at the bottom of their league, then they are demoted to a lower league in which they will be more competitive. Everyone will find their own level. Tournaments or cups will be played periodically throughout the year in which any school may enter and try to win. How will people find out about this? Record top-level games and release an edited version with commentary on YouTube. Release highlight reels of all the athletes being eliminated to music with the focus on going viral. Release short highlight videos of star athletes from each school. Make short videos documenting the fan experience. Put out press releases for every game to all media outlets. Write articles that cover the speculative aspects of sports, like criticizing the strategy, call for the coaches to be fired, talk smack about an upcoming opponent. Invite all media to the games and give them all access passes. Encourage them to participate. Encourage school owners to publicize their own games as much as possible within their networks. Invite non-participating schools to come check out events near them. And finally, buy targeted ads on Google, Facebook, and Instagram.
Thank you for watching. That was my very first video. Believe me, I know you can tell. Here's my contact information. I need partners. I need feedback. I need people who are willing to try this out. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you again. I really appreciate your time.
Oh my God. That's the whole thing. That's 3 weeks of work.
You're gonna be okay.
No, I'm not. You see, in my head, I thought that was really, really cool. In fact, I emailed Leslie 2 days ago and I compared it to Avatar.